The death toll from a strong earthquake in southeastern Turkey, near the Syrian border, has exceeded 2,300 people across both countries. Turkey's disaster agency said more than 1,500 people died there. While it is estimated that 810 people died in Syria, those numbers are still expected to rise as rescuers comb through mountains of rubble and freezing, snowy weather. It is Turkey's worst disaster in decades, the country's president said. The US Geological Survey said the 7.8 magnitude tremor struck at 4:17 local time, 1:17 GMT. At a depth of 17.9 kilometers, 11 miles, near the city of Gaziantep. Seismologists said the first quake was one of the largest ever recorded in Turkey. Survivors said it took 2 minutes for the shaking to stop. 12 hours later, a second quake was triggered with a magnitude of 7.5, with its epicenter in the Elbistan district of Kahramanmaras province. An official from Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority said it was not an aftershock and was independent from the earlier quake. Turkey lies in one of the world's most active earthquake zones. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Monday's disaster was the worst the country had seen since 1939, when the Erzincan earthquake in eastern Turkey killed nearly 33,000 people. However, in 1999 there was another deadly quake, which killed more than 17,000 in Turkey's northwest. One Kahramanmaras resident, Melissa Salman, said living in an earthquake zone meant she was used to being shaken, but Monday's tremor was the first time we have ever experienced anything like that. We thought it was the apocalypse, she said. Many thousands of people have been injured, with at least 5,385 people hurt in Turkey and 2,000 in Syria. Many of the victims are in war-torn northern Syria, where millions of refugees live in camps on both sides of the Syria-Turkey border. There have been dozens of fatalities reported in rebel-held areas. Thousands of buildings have collapsed, and several videos show the moment they fell, as onlookers ran for cover. Many buildings that were 4 or 5 stories high are now flattened. Roads have been destroyed, and there are huge mountains of rubble as far as the eye can see. Among the buildings destroyed was Gaziantep Castle, a historical landmark that had stood for more than 2,000 years, and a shopping mall in the city of Diyarbakir collapsed. A BBC Turkish correspondent there reported. Turkey's energy infrastructure has been damaged, and videos have emerged showing large fires in southern Turkey. Social media users claimed they were caused by damage to the gas pipelines. Turkey's energy minister Fatih Dönmez confirmed there had been serious damage to the infrastructure, but did not mention the explosions. The Turkish Red Crescent has called for citizens to make blood donations, and the organization's president, Kerem K1N1K, said on Twitter that additional blood and medical products were being sent to the affected region. Following an international appeal for help, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said 45 countries had offered support. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has called for an international response to the crisis, saying that many of the families hit by the disaster were already in dire need of humanitarian aid in areas where access is a challenge. The European Union is sending search and rescue teams to Turkey, while rescuers from the Netherlands and Romania are already on their way. The UK has said it will send 76 specialists, equipment and rescue dogs. France, Germany, Israel, and the US have also pledged to help. Russian President Vladimir Putin has offered help to both Turkey and Syria, as has Iran. Turkey's Interior Minister, Süleyman Soylu, said 10 cities were affected by the initial quake, including Hatay, Ismailia, Adıyaman, Malatya, Şanlıurfa, Adana, Diyarbakir and Kilis. School has been suspended in those cities for at least a week. A volunteer with the White Helmets Rescue Group, which operates in rebel-controlled areas of northwestern Syria, fought back tears as he described the devastation in Sarmata, near the border with Turkey. Many buildings in different cities and villages in northwestern Syria collapsed, he told the BBC. Still now, many families are under the rubble. We are trying to save them, But it's a very hard task for us. We need help. We need the international community to do something, to help us, to support us. Northwestern Syria is now a disaster area.